you're onto something, because whenever witches are pregnant, we have themes of fertility, birth, parenthood, and child rearing. In fact, these four themes are actually something that interconnect the entire American Horror Story franchise. Now, based on the theme of this season, it wouldn't strike me if we did see the witches, at least in some capacity, throughout the series. Now, I debate whether or not it's going to be a big or small role, but I can definitely see the signs pointing to that. And I say this because in other instances where we've seen the witches, very similar things have happened. There have been cults leading to the rise of a baby who somebody has struggled to conceive in one way or another, and that usually results in something catastrophic for the characters of that series. Now, this might be me reaching, but I also think it's important to note that this is the second time that Emma Roberts' character has played an actress. The first time we saw her play an actress, she was Madison Montgomery, and Madison Montgomery, most importantly, is the distant relative of Dr. Montgomery, who was the doctor in American Horror Story's Murder House, whose wife also had issues conceiving children. So again, that might be me reaching, but in that same season of American Horror Story Murder House, we also had Vivian eventually conceive the Antichrist despite the unusual means of doing so. So in this situation, we have Anna, who struggles to get pregnant, going to this IVF clinic for the stars, and they impregnate her successfully. But at what cost? And the last time we saw this happen, Vivian gave birth to the Antichrist, and that distinctly pulled the witches into the Apocalypse series because they had to defeat him. Now, I already mentioned how in American Horror Story Apocalypse, we had the creation of a cult that led to the furthering of the Antichrist and his bidding. But it's also important to recognize that in American Horror Story Season 1, Episode 5, called Baal, we had another instance very similar to this one where our protagonist, played by Billy Lord, ends up at a fertility clinic and gets pregnant by a demon. So these themes are starting to become more prevalent, and while in American Horror Stories, I don't think there were any mention of witches, there were definitely mentions of demons. And I'm, again, another reach. In the event that demons are in the same universe as the witches, as referenced by there being an Antichrist, then it is very possible that we will meet them again. And of course, I have multiple examples of how fertility, childbirth, parenthood all fall in the series. I would love to do a breakdown. So if you're interested in that, please just let me know. They tie in the witches, which I know everybody likes. So if you want that, just let me know in the comments.